Today, I am going to tell you all about the two best quiet chicken breeds that I love so much. Let's go. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. Chickens are so much fun, and of course the fresh eggs are delicious. A lot of people would probably like to give having a couple chickens a try, but they're worried that their neighbors might be complaining of the noise the chickens will make. Maybe you live in a suburb, you have a very small yard, your neighbors are really close by, and you're just worried, that maybe they're going to be calling you complaining about it. So I just want to let you know that even if you have a very small yard and your neighbors are close by, you can still keep a couple chickens, and I'm going to tell you why. It's the breed you choose will determine your success of keeping chickens with close neighbors. And number one, I just have to always point this out for the welfare of the chickens, is it's very important where you put the coop. You always have to put the coop under a shade tree. Chickens need dark shade. They can't take the sun. They can be out in the sun rummaging around a bit. But let me just tell you where my chickens are right now. You see the dark woods behind me? That's where they all are. They're in those dark woods. So they'll come out here and pick around in the sun a bit, and then they go in the dark woods and lay down and relax. It's very important to know that. Okay, so the next thing is the breed of chicken that you choose. I'm going to tell you the two most quiet breeds there are, so that will improve your success of keeping your chickens, and you'll be happy, the neighbors will be happy, everything will go good. The first breed is the black Astral. I love black Astral. They are like my favorite breed. I'm going to tell you all the good qualities about them. They're so sweet and gentle. So if you're an older person or you have little kids, like everybody can just manage a black Astral. Another thing about them that's awesome is they lay large eggs. I mean, if you're going to only have a couple chickens for eggs, you want them to lay nice big eggs. And black Astral do lay nice big brown eggs. Another thing that's really nice about the black Astral is they are quiet. They're quiet and docile and sweet. Unlike that guinea you hear in the background. Bubby's noisy. Okay, so anyway, they're quiet and sweet. They lay big brown eggs. They're very cold and heat hardy. So what that means is they can just tolerate a range of temperatures. You still have to keep the coop in a shady spot. But that is nice to know about the breed. They can tolerate heat and cold, so it's a pretty good breed to choose no matter where you live. Another really nice thing about them is they can be broody. So if you ever borrow a rooster and you want them to breed and hatch their own little chicks out just to experience that, you can do that. Okay, so I don't know if you'll ever have access to borrow a chicken, but if you do, you just need them in there for like 3 or 4 days. And then you can give them back, and then your eggs will be fertilized and your broody hen will hatch out little chicks. That is a very fun thing to experience. It's just darling. I can't tell you how cute and joyous it is. Okay, so another good thing about the black Astral is they are what's considered a dual purpose breed. So that means they're great for laying big brown eggs, and they lay lots of them, but also they're good for butchering and eating if that is a direction you want to go. Just so you know, it's just information you can have. All right, so the second breed that I really, really love too are buff Orpingtons. Now, buff Orpingtons are a little bit bigger than the black Astral. The thing about them is they look way bigger because of their big, beautiful golden poofy feathers. It makes them look huge. But the hens are around 7 pounds. So they're not gigantic, but they look really big. They are also a really, really sweet, quiet, docile breed. I love Buff Orpingtons just because they're so beautiful. One thing about them though, they are cold hardy, but they're not really heat tolerant. Now, I have kept them in Florida and they do survive, but again, you have to make sure the coop in the hen house is under a tree and they have dark shade, because they'll spend their time in that dark shade when the sun is blazing. So just, you can still probably manage them. Just make double, triple sure you're careful about providing the dark, dark shade for them. Of course, always, all animals need clean, fresh water. Okay, so I'm going to tell you also the good qualities about the Buff Orpingtons. They also lay large eggs, and they also are a broody breed as well. So if you, again, borrow a rooster and let them stay in there for 3 or 4 days, she will sit on the eggs and hatch them. And another reason I like the Buff Orpington, they are also considered a dual purpose breed. So you can get the eggs or you can use them for meat as well if you like to eat chicken. So I have personally owned both of these breeds. They are wonderful, awesome chickens if you like sweet chickens, which I do. Who doesn't? So I highly recommend them. And just be sure you place your coop in a good area. Make sure you provide everything your chicken needs to be happy. I have made lots of videos on all those areas of chicken raising. And then you will have great success raising 2 chickens in a tiny little backyard with your neighbors close by. One more thing I would like to mention is if you only have 2 hens, because you just have, that's all you can have, try to get them both the same breed. So get 2 black Astral or 2 Buff Orpingtons. And I'm going to tell you why. My chickens, I have a lot of different, different breeds in there. And here's what I've noticed over the years. They'll all kind of move as a big group, but within that big group, the different breeds hang out together. So like, the black Astral will stick together and the Rhode Island Reds will stick together. They'll move along as a big, gigantic group, but they do stick together. So that old saying, birds of a feather flock together, is true. And I think if you have 2 of the same in a smaller coop, you're just going to have better success and they're going to get along better. They're just going to be happier, quieter birds. So that's what I recommend. If you'd like to learn more about chickens, I have written a chicken book that just covers all the aspects of chickens, how to take care of them, breeds, just everything. So you can click the link in the description and you can buy it today.